Hello, and welcome. I would like to play through Sonic the Hedgehog 2, starring Sonic and Miles Tails Prower. Tails just his nickname. Da 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 da. We are going to be playing with Sonic and Tails, and we will not be going after the Chaos Emeralds. Let's begin. Emerald Hill Zone, Act 1. We got those monkeys, who will hit you. You collect rings in Sonic games, for those who don't know. You should know, considering who I'm showing this to. When you collect rings, if you get 100 rings, you get an extra life. If you lose rings by getting hit by robots or spikes, then you will lose them all. And if you get hit without them, you will take damage. If you get hit without rings, nervous. If you get hit without rings, you will lose a life. I have 3 right now, as you can see in the lower corner. Monitors containing rings will always give you 10 rings. Springs will launch you in any which direction. And here we have speed shoes. They will make you go about twice as fast. You can practically just zoom through the level without a problem. Back there was a checkpoint, but we were going too fast. But oh well, this is an easy level. We don't need checkpoints. And here we hit the goalpost, and they walk off screen. We got through the level. And we earned a continue. If we lose all our lives, we use a continue and we get 3 back. Act 2. At the end of Act 2, there will be a boss. And once again, we have our speed shoes. I didn't get to talk about it earlier because I was talking about other things, but if you get a shield, it's a free hit. You will not lose rings, you will not die, but you will lose your shield, which means you go back to losing your rings if you're hit. Yeah, this robot named Coconuts will throw said coconuts at you. And here we get to show off the spin dash. You duck, you keep spamming the jump button, and then Sonic will charge up a roll attack. Then when you release, if you did it properly, he will go fast. In a Sonic game. Who knew you could go fast in a Sonic game? This is groundbreaking news. That's a checkpoint. If you die, you will return here. And now it's time for the boss. Tails, don't screw up. We need you, buddy. This is Eggman. Well, back in the day he was called Robotnik in America. In Japan he was always known as Eggman. They changed it in Sonic Adventure. It still is his technical name, but they just call him Eggman as an insult. I didn't get to explain it because I was talking about proper names. Tails, that was mine to pop. Basically, he'll charge at you with a drill on his car. It's not that hard. It's the first boss. You stay down there. You swine. Now for my favorite zone in the entire game, Chemical Plant Zone. It's basically a chemical plant. Big shocker there. Okay, what do we got? We got these spiders that will grab you. We got spinies that will crawl along the floor and shoot at you. Loops. Hold down to roll. Springs. Don't want to touch these blue balls. You'd think Sonic would fit in with them, but no, they do not accept him into their family. Use a spin dash to take them out. If Tails goes off screen, he will just kind of start to fly back down to you. Don't know how he does it. Sometimes if you're going too fast on these loops, you'll clip through and get stuck. It's a bit of a pain, but oh well. Go inside here. Taken through this pipe, a la Mario style. Ooh, looks like we're about to get 100 rings soon. Stand on these, they will move in whichever way they are programmed to. Don't hit those. And it looks like we fell just short of the 100 rings. Alright, on to Act 2. Let's see how we did. Another continue, wow. Really easy to get continues, good thing, because once we reach that final boss, it is not a cakewalk, ladies and gentlemen. Not much to say. I first played this game on my phone, the second phone I ever had. There's a part coming up later which we'll see, and due to the way my phone screen was sized, I couldn't see very well where I was going. It was the same problem with Sonic 1. So I would just get stuck on the later part of Chemical Plant. Not the part that everyone complains about, with the going up in the water, or the Mega Muck as some call it. The part just before it, those sliding platforms, that is what always gave me trouble. But now it's easy. I even know shortcuts past the tower. Go through here. I'm not sure how we're splashing in the water. There shouldn't be water inside those pipes. Oh well. This is where you'd clip through. And we go through here. Very easy to get squished there. And there's our 100. Okay. I went past the part that I always have problems with, but I'll show it off since there's a 1-up down here. Extra 1-up. Like I said, gonna need those for the final boss. This game's fairly easy. I like this game a lot. But the final boss, it is atrociously bad. They didn't need to make him so easy when they put him in Sonic Generations, but suppose I should be thankful. These sliding platforms, right here. Yeah, that is what gave me a hard time, because I would jump, and they would go right off screen, because it was mostly a wide screen instead of a long screen. And I'd always miss, and I would always die, because the timer ran out. And now we're coming up on the boss. Come on. Be careful, because sometimes Tails will get the final hit. And then you'll fall through like he just did. Learn from Tails' mistake, everyone. Don't be a Tails. I'm just kidding. Tails is alright. Without Tails, Sonic would not have made it past this game. You'll see what I mean later on. Beat the boss. It was pretty easy. This time he'll dump muck on you. You don't want him to get muck all over you. Don't let Eggman get his muck all over you. Yeah. Great way to take that out of context. I'm going to stop here because I only have 10 minutes of recording time. I might be able to get through the next act. And we'll see. Aquatic Ruin Zone. This zone can be easy and it can be hard. There are underwater segments. And once you're underwater, it's labyrinth all over again. Thank you, Tails. Avenge my rings. I suppose I should point this out. To get to the special stages in this game, you don't collect 50 rings at the end of the level. Instead, you collect 50 rings, hit a checkpoint, and a little ring of sparkles will show up above the checkpoint. Jump through there, and you'll be taken to a special stage, which basically has you and Tails, if you're playing with Tails, run through a tube, and you have to collect rings. But there will also be hazards, and if you touch these hazards, or if Tails touches these hazards, which he often will because he's a second behind you all the time, you lose rings. If you have enough rings by a certain point, then you get to continue to the next part, and then if you make it through that, you get the Chaos Emerald. Collect all 7, and you get a special little reward as compared to the original Sonic the Hedgehog. You will become Super Sonic once you collect 50 rings. Jump up in midair. I believe you hold the button. I can't remember how you do it. And he will become Super Sonic. He's faster, he jumps higher, but your rings will decrease as you use him. And that is it for this part. I can only record 10 minutes on this spare, so I'm going to be cutting it off before then. And I will put the video on the computer, which means taking it off the SD card. And then I'll be able to record 10 minutes again. I think this works out pretty well. You probably heard some chirping and some barking in the background. That's my dogs. And the birds. The birds don't bark. Okay, I'm going to stop here before I make a fool of myself. See you next time in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Aquatic Ruin Zone Act 2. Goodbye.